Some viewers may find this content disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
My creatures of the night, yes, welcome back to another episode of Midnight Lycanthropy here on StarFox Radio. Guess who decided to also venture into the Fox Den tonight? We have Noixium, aka Brother Nature, the official master tracker and survivalist of the North American Dogman Project. Yet, before we head out, please allow me to feast. Yes, I feel the restraints being lifted off of my powers, and I am so ready to hunt the Dogman. So without further ado, it is time for Brother Nature and I to walk into the darkness.
My name's Steven Barrios, but I'm also known as Noixium Barrios, and when I work with kids, they call me Brother Nature. I'm here at Camp Winters in the Sierra Nevada mountains in the Tahoe National Forest. And I'm the camp naturalist here at Camp Winters, and I also do a number of other things here. And, you know, the Camp Winters in the Tahoe Forest, one of the greatest places I've ever been. And lots of incredible creatures everywhere. And, you know, I've been working as a naturalist for 33 years all over the Sierra Nevada mountains. And this is the first time I've ever encountered something that I'm encountering right now. You know, last year, COVID, it, you know, shut down our camp. We couldn't have any kids here because of COVID, so the camp has been closed for almost like 1 3/4 years, with somebody visiting periodically in the winter. My good friend John Infelice, who is the director of camp. And when I first got into camp, you know, I started noticing right away that there were unusual footprints all around the camp. And as I started investigating more, I realized that we actually have some kind of animal that walks on 2 legs and is in the canine family. I had a personal encounter with this creature, and I could tell you that it's 6 foot, at least 6 foot tall. It's pure muscle. Has incredible claws for hands, long nails, and his feet are really unusual, with a canine pad, wolf-like features in the front of its nails. And then what's extraordinary is that it has a heel, but not like a human being heel. This heel actually turns inward, and this creature is built for this habitat here in this environment. It could be very quick. It likes to hide. It likes to walk the tree line. It stays hidden a lot, and it's a nocturnal creature. We've been laying down a few of these tracks with plaster, and we also put some cameras here and there in the park, and you know, we'll check those results out in another day or two. But right now, we're going to plaster cast this excellent track of this animal. And I put some plaster inside a bucket already, and I just, you know, I've been doing this tracking for like, I don't know, 35 years too. Once I learned how to do it, I've always been doing it. So I've tracked every single animal, I thought anyway, in the Sierra Nevada. You know, I give bear tracks to my family for Christmas gifts, you know, or deer tracks, coyote, raccoons, skunks, squirrels. These animals are normally found here, and their tracks are easy to find. This creature has been able to eat all the animals here and also scare all the animals away. There isn't a single track. At nighttime, this place is so quiet, you know, if there's any noise, it's this creature moving around looking for food. And, you know, I don't know. I'll tell you that my encounter with this creature, I was in my tent and I was laying down. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. It was 35 degrees, 34 degrees that night. Very cold. And that night, you know, that was my first night here. I pitched my tent not too far away from where this plaster cast is. As a matter of fact, it's like, you know, 40 feet. My tent is right over there. So I was gonna live in the wilderness here, like I always do. I've been doing it for so long. You know, I prefer living outside, and I've been living in tents, like in camps, just about my whole life. You know. So anyway, I mixed the plaster and just a little thinner than a thick milkshake, and what I do is I just normally go right into the track, and then I go around the edges here, and then I get the entire footprint of this animal, and then I go. And because this creature's got some claw marks on the front of his hoof, that's where I want to focus, because that's where he put his pads down. Okay, so I'm gonna begin with the two tracks in particular. Right here I have these two, and one of them is a left foot and one of them is a right foot, and that in itself is an unusual thing, because a lot of animals don't have feet like this creature does. And what I want to point out on this creature's feet is that his bottom of his heel is always hooked inward. So this is a special adaptation of this creature for actually gripping on rocks, so it's able to climb. So its heel is hooked inward, and then a telltale sign that it is not like a human being or any kind of bear is that it has pads. Each track that I'm going to show you will have a pad. And pads, you know, they're characteristic of a couple of animal species, and most definitely the canids, the wolves, the dogs, the coyotes, the foxes. These animals are all categorized as the canids, and these are canid padded tracks right here. And then another incredible thing are the claws of the nails of this creature. A lot of these tracks right here of this animal, you'll look at a track like this right here. He's digging in to the soil. Now this soil is really an interesting soil. It's sometimes really hard to make tracks in this soil. It's called andesite soil, and that is an old volcanic flow. So at some point, we're in a big caldera where I'm at, and at one point the volcano blew its stack, and all this incredible flowing andesite came out, lava flow, and then over the last million years has turned this into sand and gravel. So an animal that walks in there, you have to know what you're looking for if you're going to be tracking the Sierra Nevada mountains. If you got to think track to look for a track, and you have to know animals to go after animals. So I've tracked black bears in the Sierra Nevada mountains, and deer. Wherever I go, I make sure I have some plaster with me, and I just create tracks.
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you say this is in the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Yep.
And you don't want to disclose where.
Yeah, I'm not telling anybody exactly where this is at.
And so it has indentation on the paw that can gravel rocks.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that this is an animal that is walking upright on two legs right here, not walking on four legs. This is a bipedal creature that has a foot similar to a human being, only the heel is hooked inward. The heels are hooked inward, and then at the tail end of it, here's the ball right here of some kind of, well, to tell you the honest truth, it looks exactly like a wolf to me. And then in the telltale sign is, there's no like fingerprints, or you would know different animals by looking at their fingernails as they go into the ground. Mm-hmm. These nails right here, these are dog nails. This animal is in that family. So, and it walks upright. It's bipedal, and this one right here, this is one of my favorite tracks right here. And this track, if you can see this right here, you can see the excellent claw marks in here. That is an unmistakable creature, like a wolf. There's no way, any other way that I could describe what that could be.
Can you show me real quick?
Yeah, if you look right here, okay. For one thing, here's that hook. Here's that hook. This is the right foot. Here's the left foot. Anyway,
show them that angle is amazing.
So right here, here's that hook. This is the right foot. And yeah, and right here are the claw marks of this creature. It put massive weight onto the soil and gripped that soil right here as it moved forward. It was going downslope as it did it. So there was like a little bit of a rock that it had to go down, and then as it went down, it gripped that earth. And that's why this is one of my favorite tracks, because you could really see how this thing really gripped the earth right there. And I'm going to tell you something. By looking at these tracks, I could tell you that this animal weighs approximately 250 to 285 pounds. Poof! Just by looking at these tracks. Plus, I did get a good look at its height, and pretty much it's pretty much that way.
Thank you for everyone who once again stopped by the Fox Den tonight for another episode of Star Fox Radio. If you do enjoy Midnight Lycanthropy as well as the rest of my content, please like, subscribe, and share it. Feed the algorithm. And until next time,